What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Stats and Facts, where we have all the stats.
And we have all the facts.
I go by DJ G94.
And I go by One. And y'all already know how we do it.
So let's get into it. This guy right here, straight out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Artist slash producer. Go by the Mobb guy. How you doing, man?
I feel excellent, man. I am blessed.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you for thinking I was worthy to be on the show.
Yes, sir.
All love.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start out with the first question, bro. What was it like growing up in Baton Rouge?
Rough, violent. My homeboy sent me a video of something I made probably like 14, 15 years ago, talking about the current conditions in Baton Rouge. And he was like, man, you made this shit like 15 years ago and ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now more than ever, being that we got social media, you're able to keep up with what's going on more and we're able to share light on things. And that's why you're seeing like some of these narcotics agents and the Baton Rouge Police Department being exposed for some of their deeds. So it's like, you know, criminals can't police criminals. So it's like, you know, and just imagine police corrupted, the politicians corrupted, and the streets corrupted. So where's the law and order in anything? You know what I'm saying? So Baton Rouge is, I hate to say it, it's kind of like Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch them old gunslingers, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you just try to live another day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Facts, man. So as a youngster for you, what was the music scene looking like when you was coming up?
CeeLo was the man when we was coming up. And that's, to me, that's our pioneer. I mean, they had people that historically came before CeeLo, but nobody put on for Baton Rouge like CeeLo did. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then you got to realize CeeLo gave you Young Bleed. You know what I'm saying? Then he gave you Boosie. He gave you Max Minnelli. He gave you Jay Vaughn. You know, he gave you Young Reddy, myself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all come from that school of Loke. And without Loke, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we would have never saw somebody up close and personal, like, oh, okay, a nigga from Baton Rouge could do this shit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when P was hot, P came and signed Loke and Bleed to a distribution deal. And so that turned the Baton Rouge market around single-handedly because No Limit moved to Baton Rouge. You know, even though New Orleans right next door, all them dudes bought homes and stuff in Baton Rouge. They started, you know, living in the country club. So naturally, they was out more in the city and starting to get a glimpse of what we was living like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, how old were you when you start getting into music?
Been doing music since as long as I can remember because on my mom's side, you know, we got a few musicians, but on my dad's side, everybody plays something. My great grandmother, she ain't play that shit. Like, she was one of the first people, you know, first Black people to really put all her kids to college. You know what I'm saying? Making sure they knew instruments, music. Music took us a lot of places. And then my grandmother actually won a couple of BET awards for gospel music. She was a choir director. And I didn't find that out until I was at the funeral. And I'm like, damn, she did all that? And so, yeah, you know, I've been doing music as far back as I can remember. And I've taken any formal classes, never had any classical training. It's just all off here, you know what I'm saying? I get up there and do my thing.
Yeah. So with that said, do you remember like your first initial moment of realizing that like you love music, whether it was listening to it or, you know what I mean, having thoughts of making it?
I've been writing since about 6. I was able to read before I went to school. A lot of people don't know that. So writing was natural for me because I was reading so early to the point where like I could put my thoughts on paper, formulate sentences, paragraphs. You know what I'm saying? I was writing probably on a middle school level when I was in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? So It just like when I went out my way, like I was a technical kid too. I was the only child for a while, so I learned that if I get a tape recorder and I play the beat out of one radio and tape recorded on something else, I was kicking my rhymes like that. And nigga Boosie used to do that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Before we really started recording on records, I remember Boosie's brother used to bring his recordings to work, and we all had the same little job at the grocery store. And all his shit used to be on tape, so he would practice all his rhymes on tape. And some of them same verses ended up making CeeLo out when he finally got discovered.
Okay, that's what's up.
I ain't lying, bro. I know all the history of the Baton Rouge, bro. I'm Baton Rouge. I just seen so much, not taking credit for shit, bro. And the thing is, when you don't take credit for shit, a lot of times people go along the way and they forget. Like, damn, dude, help me do this, or dude, help me write that song, or dude, you know what I'm saying, made this beat, or if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have did X, Y, and Z. So a lot of moves that got made in Baton Rouge, I ain't gonna lie, I stamped that. I put my hand on it. Like, I blew Nussy up. I helped get Level going. I helped Mr. Campaign. You know what I'm saying? So all the early Trill days, Boosie Webber. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if Nussy wouldn't have blew up with the music shit, how he was doing, you know what I'm saying? Everything probably would have just died back down. But being that he was like making noise with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Starting to blow up, starting to get attention, and he was a real street cat, you know what I'm saying? Then it was something to really worry about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, a nigga was the key to all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
What's up? Not only did you write raps and you spit, man, how you get into production? Because that's impressive too. But not every artist can, just make beats.
I ain't gonna lie. Niggas didn't want to fuck with me on the rap shit because every time I get on the song with niggas, I was crushing niggas. and so like, think about like if a nigga, a decent looking nigga, he marketable, you know what I'm saying? He got skills, talent, he got a fan base. I think niggas will gravitate towards that, but for some reason, like when you be working with niggas, they feel threatened by that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to play the back for a long time because I could write the fuck out raps and songs and shit. So like niggas ain't really want to get on songs, but they'll get on my beats. So I'm like, cool, that's cool. I was still writing niggas songs, even though niggas ain't know I was writing them songs. I was still helping with a lot of them songs, a lot of hooks, shit like that. So I'm like, okay, if y'all want to just do the beats, fuck it. I just started, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will let anybody in the studio when he say make beats. You feel what I'm saying? Because nigga want out the beats. But if a nigga rap, nigga gonna be like, oh man, everybody rap. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like with the beat shit, it was just something that I already had in me. And once I learned, like I say, I've been, whether it was a little small keyboard, a Casio keyboard or something like that, I'm gonna kick my shit. However I can get it out, I'm gonna record it on regular tape, CD, burn it, whatever I gotta do to listen to my own shit, because at the end of the day, that shit therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? To get out and tell my story and rap my shit. A lot of niggas be rapping what they seen on TV or what they seen they big homie do. But a lot of niggas ain't rapping their life, you feel me? And I feel like that's what we missing in music, the personal shit, you know what I'm saying? Letting it all hang out on tracks, letting a nigga know how you felt as far as, you know what I'm saying, what state of mind you was in. Because a lot of times people always be like, well, man, so I listen to songs, so that shit got me through this, or it got me through that. Like I did Devil Get Up Off Me. I produced that for Boost. To me, I feel like to this day, that's still not only one of his biggest songs, but that song still need a video. And that song helped get a lot of people through some shit. And not only that, when he first came home, that was the very first song he performed after being gone 5 years. That's the first song you came out to, my nigga. Yeah. So, you know, music like that, bro, that shit never go nowhere. It never die. And when you make real shit, it lasts, bro.
Facts. Speaking of Devils Get Up Off Me, I feel like before it was released on Incarcerated album, was that something he did before and then just like updated it?
Yep. I updated that bitch. And it was he did the original song to a Tonk beat. And that bitch was nice. That bitch was nice, but it was fucking with the one that it ended up. It wasn't fucking with the track I built. because I was able to sit there with the session.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit, I need some hype shit on there. I want this bitch to be big because of what he's saying. I built the beat to what he was saying and the magnitude of what he was actually talking about on that track. So I built that track to what he was saying, but it was originally on the tune beat. And one thing about Trill back in the day, like, one thing about them, if they didn't want to pay for something, they was gonna have one of us do a new beat under it or do something, you know what I'm saying? Something similar to it. But I ain't wanna hear the beat. I ain't want to hear nothing. I just wanted that track. You feel me? I wanted him, just the naked vocals. And that's how you ended up getting Double Get Up Off. I just sat there by myself.
That shit is hard, man. Like that's probably my favorite. Out of that one and Super Bad, it's probably like my top 2 albums by Boosie. So shout out to you on that, because that's like one of his best songs, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude, we got a damn good chemistry.
Yeah.
We damn good chemistry, you know what I'm saying? But Boo be so on the go and making his moves, you know what I'm saying? To the point where he didn't came to my studio a couple times. But you know what I'm saying, we haven't been able to lock in. I would like to do a whole project on, you know, whoever I'm working with. I want to start building projects.
Yeah.
Because you know, back in the day, like, he used to release mixtapes all the time. And it wasn't nothing for me to have 12 out of the 16 songs on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I might have 12 beats on that motherfucker. I might have 8 on the next one. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't work plenty. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, everybody's so busy and doing their thing now, and people growing. You know, our brands are growing. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, the demand for us to be in different places, you know, it's just, I'm proud to see what Baton Rouge music has grown to, because a lot of cats been looking at our movement. They just wasn't acknowledging the movement. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And now it's like you ain't got no choice but to. You got Kevin up top. You got Youngboy. You got Fredo. You got Boosie. You still got Webby. You know what I'm saying? Knocking out shit. So I mean, like, and that's just the people that the mainstream motherfuckers know. That ain't even the other motherfuckers that's really been eating off music 10 plus years max. Level, Milton. Them dudes still eating our music, Spitter, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes. So we got some talent in them motherfuckers.
Yes, sir. Sure.
I done touched everybody. I don't know. That's the only cat I don't know is Youngboy. But everybody else I know I done influenced in some kind of way. And even if you look at the Youngboy shit, when you go to Fat, a lot of early Fat shit, a nigga was in the studio with Fat. A nigga was helping Fat write some of that shit. Fat first single was recorded on one of my beats. He had did a old song called New Kicks. I think that might have been his first official release. But even before he joined 3D, like, nigga was in the studio with Fat. And that's that Youngboy biggest influence, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So today, even if you on a technicality, it's just that I got my arm around the whole BR in some kind of way. A nigga helped build that sound from what it is, from what it was to what it is now. Because if you look at it, and I'm just talking, but if you look at it, Loke had a West Coast influence on his music. You see what I'm saying? And so did all of us early, because that's what we was listening to. We was listening to E40 and the Click, Too Short. Before Baton Rouge had our own scene, that's all everybody was jamming, the Click. You know what I'm saying? So we jammed Spice One, MC8, a lot of West Coast shit. But then you got Young Boosie coming out. You got Max Manelli, all that shit around the same time. You got the jig movement and all that shit. Slowly, Baton Rouge music started changing. You see what I'm saying? Then when it went to the upbeat gangster shit and the upbeat jig shit, a nigga just found a whole new lane, and that's why you start hearing all those synths, and niggas was emulating what we was doing, like niggas like me, niggas like Mouse, niggas like Be Real. You feel what I'm saying? So we really cultivated that sound over the years to what it is right now. And now you listen to HD and some of these other guys coming out, they still using that sound. It's still the same sound. That's our shit. So like I was saying, instead of us complaining about niggas stealing the sound, we just got to keep making sure we putting our foot on their neck with our sound. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So man, what's your recording process like when you writing and producing and shit?
Usually, man, when I I be making so many beats a day. It really make about 5 to 7 beats in a day, like bangles. And what I'll try to do is if one of them catch me to want to write to that, I'll write to it. Or I'll throw a little hook on there, email it out to somebody, and they might recut the hook or whatever the case might be. But man, it really comes in so many different ways. There ain't no one way to formulate the song. It's really meant based on however you was inspired and what order you was inspired. But sometimes I might have a little hook in my head and I'm finna come and make a beat to it. And that's the beauty of being able to make your own tracks. You're gonna make that track say exactly what you had in your head for the beat. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
a lot of niggas like to work with me from scratch too because they'll bring an idea to me and be like, stuff in my head like this, woo, woo, woo. 10 minutes later, I got a whole fucking track, and that shit is exactly what you wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like cutting hair. You know what I mean? And shit, at the end of the day, shit, you get enough clientele, man, you gonna eat forever.
Facts. So, man, with the people you done work with and like the music that you done been a part of, I know you'd have been in some crazy sessions. So I gotta ask, like, do you got a favorite studio session that comes to mind?
Yeah, I didn't even make the beat for the session. I just recorded them niggas, but being that A-Ball and MJG was like, you know, some of my favorite artists of all time, man. My cousin had hit me up. He was like, man, yeah, man, Ball and G need somebody to run the session, man. I told him, you know how to work Pro Tools, woo, woo, woo. Like, man, you feel like come and do it? I'm like, fucking right, I'll come do it. So, man, when I get in that bitch, them niggas was just cool as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that I grew up listening to. I'm just
Yeah.
in the, you know what I'm saying, pushing the buttons and helping them record they, you know what I'm saying, work their magic, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of my favorite sessions, being locked in the yo with them. Real cool cast, you know what I'm saying? Not on no Hollywood. And that's what I like about artists because that's what make it hard for me to really network these days because a lot of times artists are master their ego and they'll master their persona and niggas be in character all day to the point where I can't even have a regular conversation with you, dude, because you're in rap mode and you really on some fuck shit. So when you meet niggas that's really just themselves, that's even keel, that don't be with all the extra shit, bro, it'd be a pleasure to work with them type of people as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, a nigga who ain't dropped number two, you know what I'm saying, 2 singles, and you acting like you got 2 Grammys and you turning your nose up at everybody like that ain't how you win out here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that really make it hard to network. And I feel like that's why a lot of rap business can't get accomplished because niggas won't put their ego aside. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of those songs in the trill that in the early trill days. It's a lot of them songs that got made, and there might have been 10 niggas in the studio, and but in the corner might have had a line. Nigga on the couch had a line. Nigga might have woke up out they sleep and had a line for the hook. So now all of a sudden you got a raw ass hook. Everybody pitching in ideas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas pitching in ideas for breakdowns or changing bars or whatever, or saying, hey, that's whack. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't do that in the studio, shit, you don't really need to be making no music. Because at the end of the day, you know, a band, it take more than one instrument to make a band. It take a nigga playing, take a nigga playing the drums, take a nigga playing piano, it take a lead singer. So it take different pieces to make a team work. Basically, is what I'm using that analogy for.
Yeah.
So a lot of niggas can't get past their ego, and that's why you see a lot of the bullshit going on now. It be more WWF shit where niggas is, you know, planning the beef or purposely beefing with people, hoping they don't run into them, but you really want some views and you know you finna drop a project. That's bullshit, bro. And that's really what the game that turned into.
Yeah.
Facts.
But shout out to Baller G, man. There's some real legends right there, man. All is classic, man.
Yeah.
Man, talk about it.
Yeah, man. So what else you got in store? What can we expect coming up from Mobb God? You got any new music?
Yeah. I'm working on a project now. I kind of slowed down because I started pitching it to a label. I was pitching it to a label, my whole little, because I'm a one-stop shop. I make my beat, I go record the song, I'm bastard. So I'm on the phone with them like, boom, it really ain't no overhead. You know what I'm saying? I'll bless me with the check. Woo, 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 I already know what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? And then in the process of me trying to pitch myself to another label called me and offered me the opportunity. So now I'm kind of trying to see which way I'm going with it. But at the end of the day, man, you know, when you know what you're doing and you know the business, you're going to always be independently. So if I got to drop that motherfucker in the next 45 days myself, that motherfucker coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's just that being that I'm growing and my music is and my fan base constantly growing, even at this point, it's like I'm just in a race to make sure I can get it on as many ears as possible because I know I'm talking about some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know the shit I'm kicking is you know, at the end of the day, I know people need to hear it because a lot of rappers ain't giving people both sides or they glorifying the fucked up side, but ain't saying about how, you know, 6 or 7 of your niggas just ended up in jail in the last 3 months. You ain't talking about that side of it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta give a nigga all the game. You gotta give people the whole paint. And man, I've been making some damn good music for a long time, but I feel like maybe God wasn't ready for me to be on a mass stage yet because I wasn't at the level I'm at now. And right now I'm at a pinnacle. Like I be doing this shit in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I'm a music snob to the point where I can't work with niggas that don't love this shit because they bullshit when they come to do it. A lot of times that shit end up being me behind the board saying, hey, say this, say that, to finish the song. And they just standing there and repeat the shit. And at the end of the day, if you was a real artist, you'll come with a story to tell. You'll come with some shit on your mind to say. You'll come with some real depth. You know what I'm saying? But niggas just doing what they see other niggas doing, and it don't have no identity. That's why it be so much music that get lost in the sauce because niggas just dropping the same shit in a different body. You feel what I'm saying? Same type of shit. I see niggas come to my studio all the time, and they type such and such type beat on YouTube, not knowing that 3 more niggas they came and done that same beat that you just. So all y'all rapping on the same beat. Now if one of them bitches blow up, a nigga gonna act like his song got took or his song got stole. You never bought the beat from the nigga who made the beat for real. You never tried to get the business clear on it. It never went past your block and now you assuming somebody stole your shit. They don't work like that, bro. So if any nigga out here that ain't got their business together, they ask out their royalties, man, get your shit together. But that's what a money at, you know, in the residuals. Because the reason I keep building this hellified catalog I own all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And them kids gonna eat all that shit when I'm long gone. So just imagine if you got all that money out there that you not collecting and your people need something when you ain't here no more, you can't take care of it. That could have been the bread right there. Yeah. Because if you make good music and you making shit that lasts, shit, man, why you think you still hear songs from the 60s and the 70s? Because a hit is always a hit. Once a hit, always a hit. Even whack ass Vanilla Ice. Once a hit, always a hit. Change that man's life. One song would change an artist's life. That's why you know, everybody be throwing their head in the fire, just like going buy a lottery ticket. Somebody gonna win this motherfucker eventually. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why they throwing their head in the fire with this rap shit. But it's just that more bullshit come with the rap game and a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So, motherfucker, we let you go, man. We want to jump into some sports real quick, man. Which sport do you lean towards the most?
I love basketball, bro. I'm a basketball. You know what I'm saying? die hard. Like I played football all the way up to like 9th grade. I played quarterback. I was like, man, fuck, it's hot out here. High grains and shit. I'm finna go hoop full time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, it's just a thinking man's game. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you get old, think about how long niggas play in the league because of how smart they are. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still getting a check in the league 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the smarter you get, the less you gotta do. You just beat niggas to their spot. You picking, you rolling, you screening. You know what I'm saying? Just simple shit. It's a game of precision. So it's like football, you're gonna get your shit broken. You might motherfucking CTE after that. You might have some concussions and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't for that.
Nah, man, that's true. So who is your? Do you got a squad, or you more like I rock with these players? Or
I'm a Pelicans fan because that's home team. But you know what I'm saying? I roll with Bron. I feel like they doing all this shit. They better win a fucking championship.
There he is.
Yeah.
I like Russ and Melo there, bro.
I never was a Melo fan. I feel like I'm gonna tell you, be a liability. Melo never played defense. Never.
Yeah,
He never no stopper. He never was no lockdown defender. He never was no big rebound. So this is the thing. If he not dropping, if he not busting, then I mean, not only are you not scoring, you not delivering. That's just like Harden. Sometimes when Harden off with the scoring, he got to find other ways to affect the game. So you at least better have 15 assists or something. You see what I'm saying? You ain't getting no assists. You ain't getting no buckets. You just a body on the floor that's just taking shots. And missed shots equal rebounds for the other team. Rebounds equal more opportunities to score. So you got to look at too. Like Russ got a stat line of fucking, let's say you got 25 points, 12 rebounds. The 12 rebounds, that could have been 6 points off them 12 rebounds. So really that's you 30 points in already. Now you got 14 assists. That's another 28 points right there on the low scale. Now you're looking at a nigga got 60-something points, you know what I'm saying, to do with the fucking game that then affected the game in 3 ways. You see what I'm saying? So I can't say that for Melo. See, when Russ, you already know business getting handled in some kind of way because that nigga play one speed every game. He one speed. But Melo, you never know what you're gonna get.
He with LeBron now, so it don't matter. He gonna be a factor. That's how I look at it.
Come off the bench though. He got it. I don't know. But you know who I'm glad they got back that people don't talk about enough? Rondo.
Yeah, they need it.
That's the difference maker, bro, because not only is dude gonna come in and handle the ball responsibly, but niggas don't respect Rondo's shot. So every now and then he can pull that three, he gonna hit a big three, and that's how they won that fucking championship a couple years ago. Think about it. Rondo jumping, falling when they won that nigga jumper was falling. He was hitting a wide open three because the nigga was just not respecting his shit.
Yeah. Nah, that's fact.
I dare you to shoot that bitch. That's what they think of Rondo.
Right. Shit.
I mean, his whole career though, it took him a while to get his jumper, so everybody was just used to Rondo dishing it off.
Right.
They just used to that passing. So when he started knocking them down, it's like, damn, we ain't expect that.
Rondo gonna play them pass lanes too.
Yeah.
That's another. AD good at that shit too. Like he a big dude. He supposed to be by the basket, but dude to play the pass lanes too. You see what I'm saying, man? If you thought you gonna be there.
Hey, the Lakers tough, man. I think I like you said, those moves. Rondo was huge, but I like how they brought the White back too.
Right.
I think that was huge.
You got the White for Giannis. They got them big men for Giannis, but they gonna have to see how he hold old boy from Phoenix. Now this nigga played the way up until they played Milwaukee. And I'm like, okay, Aiden, he just stepped it up. I'm like, okay, I'm making me a believe and stepped it up. Man, Giannis hold him the whole fucking series. It's almost like he couldn't believe he was getting his hands handed to him every time. He's just going at this nigga every time. But god damn.
But that's to your point though, how you said like that mental part of the game. Like you could tell Giannis been there before. Aiden, he kind of still was like, man, I'm on a big stage now. You could tell he was just like figuring it out. Giannis knew what to do. Like I'm handing it to y'all.
Chris Middleton stepped up too, though. He made me a believer, bro.
Big
Yeah,
time.
he shocked me. He shocked me too,
Time.
bro.
But
That nigga,
I think Drew still like the overall as well as Giannis played. Drew, bro, like Drew, he was a key factor in bringing that home, bro.
hey,
Defensively,
what you think Buddy gonna do? Because I hated this nigga at the Lakers, Kuzma. What y'all think he gonna end up doing?
He gonna show out.
he gonna have the ball now, so I think he gonna do some work. But I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I was taking up for Kuz the whole time.
I like Kuz.
I was taking up for him
because now the thing was the expectation was low because the team was trash.
Yeah.
Now with people that could play got pieces, and now we expected to win. Man, that nigga tucked his tail, bro. You can't get that man to make a layup, bro.
But it was the games, but for me, it was the games that like LeBron and them sat down and AD was hurt. You know, those stints where the team was down. Kuzma, it was like only him that could really that had the green light, and you'll look up, he got like 8 points at the end of the game. It's like, bro, what you
doing stupid shit, bro? That shit be crazy.
Yeah.
He should have left Portland too, bro. They should have left Portland.
Man.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Him and Bradley Beal, they dumb as fuck, man.
What they gave him? They ain't give him nobody. What they really gave?
They just gave him Chauncey. Chauncey as the head coach, man.
Chauncey can't.
They gave him.
And that's it.
He can't. And the real McCullum and them niggas, they nice, but they need more than them two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need some defense too.
That's what hurt them. That's what hurt them. They get outscored. They be getting outscored, bro. They can't stop nobody.
Yeah, that defense. I feel like the Clippers gonna be the Clippers. That shit ain't going nowhere. Bro.
Nah, they'll disappoint me.
They ain't going nowhere, bro. It's because you got ain't Clay coming back.
Clay coming back.
Yeah, supposed to come back on Christmas.
Man.
Hey, so that go to number 2 spot. Y'all not gonna be 2. I don't think they're gonna be. You still gotta compete with Phoenix, because Phoenix gonna try to come up.
But then I'm gonna keep it a stack with you too. I want to see how you feel about this. Like something me and DJ talk about all the time. One of them young teams that's coming is the Nuggets as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Clippers gonna really be able to beat them anymore.
Dude was just hurt last year. That's all.
Yeah,
he made me a believer in the bubble the year before, and I'm like, man, and he get his shot. He get the shot he want, and even if it's not the shot he want, notice how he'll be shooting off either foot and still making the shots. So that's hard. When you a scorer and you just know how to score like an AI, man, there's no way that nigga was supposed to be that and be able to score on 7-footers. Everybody averaging from 6'10", because it's a big man game now. Like even the big dudes play the perimeter now. Point guard 6'8", 6'7", easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this dude coming through the lane and averaging 30 and 40 points a game. Crazy. Like when you score, you just a scorer. It's just some niggas that just. And I think Melo a scorer, but I feel like, man, he don't do nothing else that make me be like, okay, way to go, Melo, or way to hustle, or yeah, he did that, or shit, he wasn't hitting no jumpers.
That's all.
Yeah, bro.
He a lazy score.
That's what I'm not looking forward to, bro.
I think off the bench though, it'll probably benefit him because off the bench, you know what I mean, he can get some buckets, he can get hot, you know what I mean.
You know who made me a believer last year? Julius Randle. Like I've been like dude, but yeah, he was like, okay, now they propping him up, now they see him. Like he went hard. I really feel like they gonna do some shit too. They gonna make some more noise.
Facts.
Yeah, I like that squad. D Rose, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, sleeper team right
there. He got a little more help.
Hey, and what you call it, brother? The Ball brothers. The young one. The young one.
Melo.
Easily. He the best easily.
Man.
Yeah.
I want to see Lonzo. I want to see Lonzo take that aggressive mindset, like how Melo, when he got the ball, bro, you know he finna do something with it. Lonzo
Right.
kind of, I think Lonzo is much greater than he plays. I think he kind of be out there like freelancing a little bit.
He coming from a more supportive role. He playing a role player role right now, but I think he gonna be good with
Chicago.
he fits Chicago because them niggas trying to grow, and them the type of players that gel together. Because you already got your score in Levine. You see what I'm saying? That nigga lights out, and he gonna get his regardless. He don't need no create him a shot or none of that shit. So that take the pressure off Ball. But Ball jumping and got better over the years. So at least he can knock down that jumper. Then they got a couple of them foreign niggas over there that's knocking down that jumper, them big niggas that's knocking down the jumper over there in Chicago. I think they surprise some people too. But I think he fit more over there. I think he gonna be able to shine more. I think he ended up making that shit.
Nah, that's facts, man. So who you prediction? I know you say you're rocking with Bron. I'm rocking with Bron. Finally, DJ agrees that LeBron is probably gonna get it again this year. So who you that's your prediction? The Lakers or who you got?
It's gonna be the Lakers. I don't think the Nets gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna say the Lakers and the fucking Bucks.
Why you think the Brooklyn gonna make it? That's crazy.
They're not gonna stay. They're not gonna stay healthy.
Okay, you say the one word, help. Because I don't think Milwaukee will never be.
Just that, I feel like you gotta look at them personalities, man. You got KD, that nigga an asshole. You got Kyrie, that nigga's an asshole. May go do some other shit, may sit out for a couple weeks. Who fucking knows? Then you got Harden, you know, who knows what kind of shape he in. He might, I don't fucking know. So, you know, people banking on the fact that them dudes can score when they want to score. But at the end of the day, basketball is way more than just scoring, bro. It's like we go back to them stats and that's something like a Dennis Rodman. Like you can't put everything Rodman did in the game on a stat paper. But when Rodman in the game, niggas is mad because can't nobody get the fucking ball but Rodman. It was a reason why niggas like Charles Barkley, 6'5", playing power forward, and can't nobody get the fucking ball around him. See what I'm saying? It's just that's some niggas' gift. Just like I say, scoring, some niggas' gift is that you can't get no ball around them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Look at the niggas who be leading in rebounds. This nigga, what's the big nigga name in Utah? That nigga he a straight stopper.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert.
Rudy, man. Utah gets slept on too, bro. They be busting.
All right, Mobb. So, man, before we let you go, dog, tell the people where they can find you on the socials and update everybody on like any your new material you got coming on the way.
All right, I got all my socials is Mobb God, MOBBGOD. I got a new single right now with Level. Do It for the Mob. And that mug Jamming and Titanic jumped on the third remix, so I ain't released that yet, but I'm looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? We got the inclement weather. Shout out to everybody going through something with that weather, man. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure out solutions right now. But we're going to shoot them videos once everything died down. You know what I'm saying? First things first is safety. But you know what I'm saying? As far as the studio, I got a studio in Atlanta and Cleveland now. The famous Cleveland now, you know what I'm saying? Anytime y'all in Atlanta, come get at me, man. I'm gonna make sure you sounding right. Make sure you got presentable music so you can get out here and do your thing.
Word. Y'all heard it here first, man. That was Mobb God. Make sure y'all tap in with him. And we appreciate you, Mobb.
Solo Mafia too, man. I got that clothing line, bro. I've been doing that 10 years, bro. We worldwide. www.solomafia, man. And that's what we live by.
Bet. Y'all heard it here first, man. I go by Warren.
DJ G94.
And we'll see y'all next week.